Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program. My name is Hellstash. And if I've done this, oh my goodness. No, wait. Oh, that's the back end of this thing. If I've done this well though, I saw the Schumachers go by. I'm hoping. Aha! 88 kilometers, what? Ah, crap. There goes Hertz 1. So I thought I had it lined up pretty well. Turns out, not so much. Maybe, is it too late to... Maybe if I burn at it more, it'll raise... It's not a bad idea. I don't know, maybe it is a bad idea. So, as you can see, I've got my interplanetary stage. Target plus? I don't know. Relative velocity plus? No, this is it. This is, I think, kind of what I want. Burn up towards the target, hopefully raise my or my apoaps. See what it's doing. So okay, yeah, we would have intersected over here, but we've still been quite a ways away. So this is interesting because it's in an eccentric orbit, and I am not so much. So I think maybe the best idea would be to wait until I come around, raise up my apoaps to kind of match its eccentricity a little bit more, and then when I get up there, lower it. Kind of make it a little bit more matching, and you know, leave it. I guess I'm going to need to be under it since I'm going to be behind it. Or no, I'm going to be ahead of it. Shoot. Where am I now? Oh, and the other thing I need to do, I can leave those guys there. They're in stable orbits, I think. Yeah, they are. Okay. And I've left just a little bit of fuel left here. In this stage, it's coming down. I guess power will be okay. If not, I did add some solar panels. We'll just let that power maybe gain back up. So where is everybody up above? I don't know. Are we already that far? Wait, no. There's the Schumachers probably there. Yeah, and there would be my mothership craft that I just left, and we can't see the Hertz probe out beyond that. So we're starting to feel some atmosphere here. How's the power's good? Back up full. Let's retract those panels. So this stage, or this rocket, so I made some modifications to my interplanetary rocket, obviously, to try to make it a little bit more reusable. It doesn't quite have the delta V to get up into orbit, though, which it's very close though. It was like, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was close, which is fine. It's going to come back down somewhere, maybe even potentially on land, but probably not. Probably in the water. And I'll just get a little bit of rocket fuel left to ease its landing a little bit. The parachutes are already out. I guess they'll come out in a little bit, but not yet. Still quite supersonic. See them come out. Oh, I don't know, about 20,000 is it they come out? Nope, a little bit higher. So that's quite violent. Oh, hello. Interesting. We seem to be following fairly closely along whatever path that would have been. I don't remember what ship or debris that might have been. Possibly one of the landers I was testing and accidentally crashed in the ocean. I don't know. Anyway, we'll fast forward again until we get closer to those chutes opening. So from what I remember from testing, they'll open on their own without me having to fire any engines. Okay, and there we go. And we'll just accelerate again towards the water, which is doing interesting things out there. And now, for my next trick, Oh, shoot. Oh, oh. Ah, we ran out of power. Crap. Oh well, so we lost the engine. Guess once we were under parachutes, maybe I could have opened them up if we hadn't run out of power. I don't know. Maybe this thing maybe needs a battery of some kind. Maybe just some small batteries I can attach onto the side. Anyway, it's mostly reusable. At least it's out of orbit. And now, where are we? I may have just gone to some debris. I don't know. No, here we are. And how much fuel did I use anyway? Not a lot. Just over 200 of the liquid fuel, was it? Yeah. To get here. So, yeah, I guess, I imagine that, oh no, maybe it's up here, but it's just further back. No, it's probably gone. Oh, I gotta get panels out here too. We only have so much power, although a lot more power because I've got batteries. Panels? Panels are out. Not a lot of sun at the moment, but enough to charge up for nighttime, hopefully. Okay, so I'm going to try to fix this orbit, and I will attempt to get a rendezvous with the Hertz one, which could be much longer than I initially anticipated because of this ridiculously crappy orbit that I got it into. So I'll be back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I didn't realize I was that close. I thought it was a lot bigger. Okay. Hey, just dock there. No problem, right? Okay, I'm gonna have to switch to this ship because I need to stabilize it at, was it normal plus? Yeah. So hopefully that holds. And then I switch back. And we dock. And I'll bring you back in when I figure that out. Okay, we're kissing. There we go. Docked. I don't know what the time says on that. It wasn't that long, I guess. I had a little issue. I did, what did I do? I guess I just had one alignment wrong in my 3-axis alignment, and I went past it. I had to come back. It took a little bit. I ended up, this ship, again, I really need to redo its RCS, I think, because it's not stable with these 8 RCS around them. There's all sorts of things going on when you fire the RCS. Just too many of them. They go all over different directions, so it's not very efficient for one, and it doesn't stay pointed in the direction that you wanted. So this thing was, stuck in normal plus, and this thing kept rotating around. And at the very last second here, actually, I had to do kind of an emergency. Oh crap! I'm rotated wrong, and I did manage to fix it, which I'm pretty happy about. But okay, so this thing was full, right? And this thing's got a ton. These numbers are probably fairly accurate. Not a lot of mass up top here for how much. It's all rocket and fuel down below to get us to where we want to go. Now, which engines are... Oh, crap, are you shut down? Are you... Yes, so if I were to run, would it run these engines, I guess, is the question. I think yes. So, I'm going to shut these engines down. I'll have to manually bring them back up later. It's fine. These could all be assigned to keys. So, now one thing I was thinking is I really should have actually tested these new satellites out. So we go control from here. Yeah. I love how it rotates around the center of mass. You can see the center of mass then is somewhere around here, which is right around the center of mass of this thing itself. We got enough power coming in. The sun's down right now, so actually it's not a very good time to be playing around with things. Maybe I'll check this thing out in daylight. So where did we end up meeting up? Not too long after Apoaps, interestingly enough. Let's bring it around. That's probably good enough. Should be daylight. Sunrise or so. Power is back up. Now, what I'm thinking is I want to test out these satellites. So let's leave a couple here in Kerbal orbit. I'll have to leave 2 because it'll otherwise destabilize my ship. Okay, let's just do 1 now though, and we'll play with it and get it going, and then we'll leave another one behind at another time. So here we go. Man, not bad. It's obviously quite controllable. Doesn't have any SAS, but this does stabilize it somewhat. So let's have a look. We've got to get its panels out. That's something. Got to do it quick because it doesn't have a lot of onboard power. If we look at the power, it very quickly depletes. In fact, it's probably going to deplete every night as well. We're going to open our dish. A little bit of the decoupler stuck in there. The old decoupler that I had when I tested it, it was much worse. So there was the huge leg sticky outy decoupler, and I had it was higher up too, so like half of it was sticking out and it looked really bad. This, though, looks like a real satellite. So that makes me happy. Let's just rotate it. Cool. Just gonna get it over some brighter ground, because I think we're gonna do a screenshot in this. Do one with that in and one without. There. Anyway, so these are our little satellites. We have now 7 of them, and I'll leave another one here. As, like I said, I think in the last episode, it's got about 600 meters a second delta V. So what I want to do with this one is I'll raise the apoaps up, or sorry, raise the periaps up to 262, I guess, or so kilometers. I'll have it in a fairly circular orbit. Maybe we'll eventually have a network of them out slightly beyond low Kerbal orbit. You can see already they have a significant difference just from that. What do you call it? The expulsion force from the decoupler. I will add a maneuver. Watch for the apoaps to swing around somewhere else. Too much? That's okay. Just bring it back a little bit. That should be fairly even. 261, 262. Perfect. And we'll get this back. Where is that node? Probably right along. Oops, wrong button. Right along the. Oh, that was pretty good. Right along the prograde. And so we have full liquid fuel, full oxidizer. Node in 56 seconds. It doesn't know how long it's going to take. I'm figuring it's going to take about 30... Yeah, no, maybe not 30 seconds. 20 seconds. There's the moon setting too. Let me just fast forward a little bit. And we'll go sometime around now. Where did the moon set? May have to activate the engine. Indeed. And we do have to manually keep control of the ship. It does want to veer because it's off balance because of the decoupler still on there. The mass of it's so light that that is a significant weight still. Although it's not too much energy I need to do. I'm on a whoop. Okay, just do a little bit more burn. Oh, a little bit too much. That's okay. So you can see we barely used anything. That was 129 meters a second. Oops, and Get rid of this. Should still potentially be able to see our mothership here. There they are. Already 35 kilometers away. And what is that sparkling there? I wonder. Is that our mothership? It is, I think. Maybe? There's definitely something sparkling out there. Is it Minmus? Which way are we looking? That's the mothership there. It is! That's Minmus out there with Elbury Kerman landed there. Okay, so we have our first satellite in orbit around Kerbin. 263, 261, pretty close. Could fix it a little bit later. And now what I'm going to do, I don't think I'm close enough to switch. We'll head over here, we'll launch another satellite. Actually no, I'll launch it at Periaps, because then it will be in a different orbit. So time to Periaps. 1,000 seconds. Where are we here? Oh, so I can talk for a little bit. It is now Sunday. I was mentioning last week that I was doing courses these last couple weekends. Somewhere around 90, or sorry, 90. I'm seeing the number there. 40 hours of course to do first responder course, and I finished today. Final test was, they give you a scenario and you have to go through, and your team can't help you. Your team that you typically would have on a medical call, you have to do it kind of all on your own and delegate them to do anything. They can't really say, hey, do you want the oxygen mask, like they would on a real call. Anyway, I'm a little hard on myself. I could have certainly done a few things better, but overall I was pretty happy with how I did. Yeah, and I'm assuming I passed, although I haven't gotten a sheet of paper yet. So okay, that's close enough now, I think. I love this shot. Shoots it away. So if we hang this somewhere around here, then somewhere around Apoaps, that'll actually switch around, so that'll be good. And we gotta get panels out. I gotta remember this. I should have maybe mapped them to a key. Perhaps would have been a good idea. I'm not using the action groups enough. Pretty happy with these little things. They are very simple. They are, well, there are a couple parts up here of like scaffolding to attach. You have to attach something to this, the decoupler, which I do one piece of scaffolding out, then one piece of scaffolding down, then the pod, then a fuel tank, 2 solar panels, the little teeny meeny engine, and the dish for communications out on this end. Now let's see. So again, they should separate out, and there's our other one out there, so they are going to have fairly different orbits. Geez, I could use this thing and just build a whole network here, but I did just attach an interplanetary stage. What is that, and how close are we going to be to that? It's one of those unknowns from back at 0.818.0, I think, where before they. Oh, it's going to have quite the closing distance. Can we select it as the target? We can see the distance there, 6.6 kilometers, so it's right there. 1,228 meters a second closing speed. 4.85. Wow. So that was quite the closing speed. Yeah. This is why when two things collide in orbit, typically, it's a big deal, because that is half orbital speed right there, a little bit over half, and they're going in the same direction, you know, same It's not like they were in completely opposite 90-degree angle orbits or 180-degree angle orbit differences. That's why was it a few years back when two satellites actually did collide and they created a monstrous storm of debris because they, I believe, I can't remember if they were somewhere. I think they were on perpendicular, so that would be like 30,000 kilometers an hour, is it? Something like that would have been their closing speed between the two. So it's already 60 kilometers away. Pretty cool. Anyway, that was an excellently close pass by there. Can you clear the target? Unset target. Okay. Now I'm going to make another maneuver at Apoapse. Whoops! What the heck happened there? I hit some buttons. What does that say? Whoops. Let's bring that back some. We could actually do that. We have that amount of delta V. Oops. This thing's a little touchy. Okay, good. So 2 minutes. I am almost already right on. I'm just going to, fix that. Oops, oops, oops. There we are. Fine controls. Makes a difference. And here we go. Oh, right engine. Enable. Now I just keep it steady while we burn, and I hopefully hit the X button this time instead of the not X button. Any of the other buttons other than X would not be the acceptable button to hit. Alright, that was good. And so we are now in 244 by 242. Oh, I'm just thinking, why am I so much lower in orbit? But it's because when I flung it off of the mothership, the interplanetary section, I was facing the opposite direction, so it flung me out in the exact opposite. So there's the difference anyway in the with these small crafts in the decoupler. Essentially, when you're out at this distance, it's 20 kilometers. There's a good unit of measurement for you. The difference in the decouplers, 20 kilometers. Okay, so I'm going to cut the episode here. Next episode, we will take the Hertz one, and we'll hopefully go to Joule with it, and we'll spread our proby love throughout Joule, and that's not dirty at all, I'm sure. Thank you for watching. My name is Hillstash, and I'll see you soon. Burn up towards the target. Hopefully raise my or my Apoapse. See what it's doing. So okay, yeah, we would have intersected over here, but we've still been quite a ways away. So this is interesting because it's in an eccentric orbit, and I am not so much. So I think maybe the best idea would be to wait until I come around, raise up my Apoapse to kind of match its eccentricity a little bit more, and then when I get up there, lower it. Kind of make it a little bit more matching one. So I thought I had it lined up pretty well. Turns out, not so much. Maybe, is it too late to... Maybe if I burn at it more, it'll raise... It's not a bad idea. I don't know, maybe it is a bad idea. So, as you can see, I've got my interplanetary stage. Target plus? I don't know. Relative velocity plus? No, this is it. This is, I think, kind of what I want. Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program. My name is Dash. And if I've done this, oh my goodness. No, wait. Oh, that's the back end of this thing. If I've done this well though, I saw the Schumachers go by. I'm hoping. Aha! 88 kilometers, what? Ah, crap. There goes Hertz 1. And, you know, leave it. I guess I'm going to need to be under it since I'm going to be behind it. I think, or no, I'm going to be ahead of it. Shoot. Where am I now? Oh, and the other thing I need to do, I can leave those guys there. They're in stable orbits, I think. Yeah, they are. Okay. And I've left just a little bit of fuel left here. In this stage, it's coming down. I guess power will be okay. If not, I did add some solar panels.